Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you something exciting, how a true cloud made for agents looks like, and what you can do with it. Today I'm going to showcase how to do deployments, how self-healing features work, and how easy it is to do DevOps and debugging. You can follow along. The only thing that you need is some type of agent like Cloud Code or Codex, and you need a redu.cloud account. So after creating a redu.cloud account, you can go here to the AI section and follow the setup to get started. I want to showcase this on real projects that are popular and used in production. So I've chosen VC-backed startups that are popular in recent years. So I'm going to do this on trycua, which is a background computer used for any agent type of project. I'm going to use LiteLLM, which is a AI gateway basically. And I'm going to use Lago, which is an AI native building platform, as showcase. Okay, so after installing MCP server, it's super easy. Here I have Visual Studio Code and Cloud Code installed there. So all I'm going to do is go here and say deploy this project to redu. That's it. So this is for trycua, and for LiteLLM and for Lago, I'm going to go and do that inside terminal. So I'm just gonna type deploy this to redu, and now for Lago, deploy this to redu. That's it. So now let's wait for it to properly scan these folders and to see what needs to be deployed. Okay, so after it finished scanning the folder, you will get a plan. You can review it here, or if you want, you can go and open it like this, and you will see exactly what it wants to deploy. So for trycua specifically, I know that it has 12 different surfaces it can deploy. It can deploy no VNC desktop, for example, or it can deploy custom VNC instead, or for example, it can just go and deploy docs, because there is a way how to do that. It is properly documented in the folder structure. So in trycua case, I'm gonna use the first one, so no VNC, just because it's more visual and I can showcase more how it works. For the other two, I can go here, and for LiteLLM, we can see that it's offering us 3 different options. So it wants us either default plan is one large VM plus one small managed Postgres here, which I'm happy with. I'm gonna just in this case go and do YOLO option, so it means that it will do everything on its own. So I'm gonna do empty and manage with UI. Yes, sure. So I'm gonna let it do everything on its own. For the Lago, it wants to deploy, okay, so app and API, one large VM, and okay, so I'm just gonna tell it to go and deploy for now, and let's see. Okay, and here I need to say yes again, and let's get back when it's done. Alright, so while waiting, I can also show you the other 2 plans for LiteLLM and Lago. So this is the plan for LiteLLM. As you can see, this is the access point that it wants. This is that large VM that it wants to create, and manage Postgres. And for Lago, you will see something very interesting. So this is the entire mapping of that project. And if you take a look at this, it's actually really easy to scale certain parts of it if you ever think that some of them is going to be a bottleneck. So that's a very cool thing here. And you can also tell that to Claude and it will be able to do it. Here now you can see one of the best features this deployment has to offer. So as you can see, the build failed for LiteLLM. Why? Because it tried to do remote branch this on Git, but it didn't find it. So this is actually really good, because it will never know perfectly how to do something. And there is a human error also involved in this. Like you might forget some variable and put it hard coded in code or something. So this is the self-healing part of this agent that's very useful, because I can just tell it to delete it and to try again, but now it will know how to do it properly, and it can iterate a few times until it gets it right. And that's one of the very convenient ways to find bugs in your code. Alright, after a few times it managed to deploy everything. So I'm gonna go here and test it out. So first I'm gonna go and test LiteLLM. So I'm just gonna copy it here. Here in the response we have credentials and everything. And I'm just gonna paste it in my browser. So I'm just gonna go here and paste it. Okay, so let's see what's the password. So this should be password. Okay. Okay, this worked. So perfect. LiteLLM is set up, and if you want, we can always do these things that it actually asked us. Wire up Anthropic with my key from the .env, for example. If you want to manage this using the Cloud code, you can do it. Let's see Lago. So for Lago, it actually has a bug, but it's just a visual bug. So it's cosmetically pointed to unused domain. So I'm not gonna worry about that now, but I can just tell it here to fix it if I want. So let me just copy this. Okay. Go here. Alright, so I already have an account here, so I'm just gonna fill it out. Okay, and start it. Try to log in. Okay, so there is a bug. If we click on login, it doesn't work, but here I can actually see that there is course issue. So I'm just gonna go here and I'm gonna tell it I have course issue, fix it, and I'm gonna copy this and give it back. And let's wait for it to finish that. This is the actual power of redu.cloud. You are able to fix things like this. In this case, it's gonna do mutation. However, if you want permanent fixes, you can just tell it to also update the repo. And in few minutes, it fixed it. So, and also it remembered, so the next time we are trying to deploy this, it will know what issues it needs. The issue was actually that URL in .env that it didn't do that properly the first time. So now it should be able to just log in. Okay, and I'm in. And that's Lago. So now we can go and check, last but not least, trycua. So I can just go here and copy this link and go back and try it out. Okay, trycua worked from the first go. So I already showed you how you can debug things, but let me show you something cool. So because this is working with stateful machines, so these are real machines, not sandbox or anything like that, we can do something like this. I can just tell Cloud Code, go to that instance and change the background to something else, for example. So let's go and see. Finally, it should be done. So let's see. Is it gonna change? It is. Okay, great. So this is it for this showcase. More videos are coming soon, and if you wish to deploy something like that, just go to redu.cloud and do exactly the same thing that I did. It will work with 90% of the apps that are currently hostable in cloud. So if you need anything that needs cloud resources, this should be able to do it. See ya!